Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to paint the Colosseum, one of the most iconic and enduring monuments from the ancient world. While the canvas takes shape, I'll be sharing the story of this remarkable structure, from how it was built to the lives it touched and what it still means to this day. The Colosseum sits at the heart of Rome. It's massive, standing over 48 meters tall at its highest point, and stretching about 189 meters long. But what's really fascinating is how it came to be. After a great fire ravaged Rome in 64 AD, Emperor Nero took over much of the ruined land to build himself a palace. Later, when Emperor Vespasian came into power, he tore down the palace and gave the land back to the people in a form of public amphitheater. A symbolic gesture. He was saying, this city belongs to the people again. Construction began in 72 AD and took less than a decade to complete. An incredible feat considering its scale. It was named the Flavian Amphitheater, after the dynasty of emperors who commissioned it: Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. The outer walls are made of travertine stone held together by iron clamps. Inside, the structure was a mix of concrete, brick, and marble. It had 4 levels, each one carefully planned. The closer you sat to the arena, the higher your social status is. The best seats were reserved for senators, magistrates, and Rome's elite. The upper levels were for common citizens. And the very top, that was where the women and the poor were allowed to sit. The Colosseum could hold somewhere between 50 to 80,000 people. It had 80 entrances, each numbered, which helped the crowd flow in and out quickly. For ancient Rome, this was cutting-edge engineering. Some say the crowd could enter and take their seats in under 15 minutes. Beneath the arena floor was the Hypogeum, a vast underground network of corridors, cages, and platforms. This is where gladiators, wild animals, and stage props were kept before appearing in the arena. Elevators and pulleys were used to lift them up into view, adding surprise and drama to the events. The Colosseum hosted a range of events. Gladiator fights were the most famous brutal hand-to-hand battles that sometimes ended in death, but not always. There were animal hunts, reenactments of famous battles, and mythological dramas. Sometimes they even flooded the arena to stage mock sea battles. But not all of it was entertainment. These games were often a display of power, used to distract, impress, or control the population. Many of those who fought here were slaves, prisoners of war, or condemned criminals. For them, the arena was not a place of glory, but it was a place of survival. Over the centuries, the Colosseum suffered damage from natural disasters. Earthquakes in 5th and 14th century caused parts of the structure to collapse. It was also stripped of materials such as marble, iron clamps, even stone, all taken and reused to build churches and palaces across Rome. By the Middle Ages, the Colosseum was no longer a place for entertainment. It became a fortress, a workshop, and at one point even a Christian shrine. And yet, it remains standing, a silhouette of what once was. Today, the Colosseum is one of the most visited landmarks in the world, not because of what it is now, but because of what it once represented: power, architecture, spectacle, and the complexity of human history. It's a reminder that even the grandest creations fade, but their stories can live on. As this painting comes to life, I'm reminded of how much history is built not just by leaders and empires, but by the people whose names we don't remember. The builders, the fighters, the spectators, the ones who lived and died without ever being written into books. Thank you everyone for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the story and the painting, Feel free to leave a comment, share your thoughts, or suggest another place you'd like for me to paint. Until next time, take care and keep creating. Bye!